وزكريا إذ نادى ربه رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين.
And remember Zachariah when he called his Lord, my Lord, do not leave me alone and you are the best of inheritors.
فاستجبنا له ووهبنا له يحيى وأصلحنا له زوجه إنهم كانوا يسارعون في الخيرات ويدعوننا رغبا ورهبا وكانوا لنا خاشعين.
So we responded to him and gave him Yahya and made his wife good for him. They used to race towards the good deeds and call us with hope and fear, and they were humble to us.
So Zachariah alayhi salam was the uncle married to the mother's sister of Mary alayhi salam. So the mom of Mary, mother of Jesus, and the wife of Zachariah alayhi salam were sisters. Zachariah alayhi salam was a prophet when he was become the guardian of taking care of Maryam alayhi salam, because he was related to be uncle to her aunt's husband, and he was an elderly man in his very age where he was not able to have a child, or his wife was able to bear a child. When he saw the fruits of out of season and time and place were found with Maryam alayhi salam when he visited her chamber, so he cried out with nada Zakaria is nada rabbahu Rabbi la tadhani fardan. He cried out, my Lord, do not leave me alone, wa anta khairul warithin, and you are the best of the inheritors. In other words, he was asking for inheritor of child. فَاسْتَجَبْنَا لَهُ, so we responded to his call. وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ يَحْيَا وَأَصْلَحْنَا لَهُ زَوْجَهُ, and we gave him Yahya, and we fixed or corrected or healed or became his wife able to bear him. This is وَأَصْلَحْنَا لَهُ, because she was barren and he made her fertile. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made her because she was in such an age where a woman cannot bear a child. And this is what is mentioned. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, he can give a child. And this is the dua when anybody who wants to have children and righteous children, this person should make dua, Rabbi la tadharni fardan wa anta khairul warithin. My Lord, do not leave me alone and make me and give me the children or child, and you are the best of the giver. Or inheritor. إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ. They were the kind of people who used to run and rush for doing the good deeds. وَيَدْعَوْنَنَا رَغْبًا وَرَهْبًا. And they would invoke and call us with the humbleness and humility and fear and hope. وَكَانُوا لَنَا خَاشِعِينَ. And they were humble to us. So this is the attribute, three character. Calling Allah with the hope, with the fear, and with the humility, humbleness, that Lord, there's nothing beside you who can help me. And this is where the dua, this ayah number 89 and 90 is the one which parents should make dua for their children, and they should add Allahumma, means, oh my Lord, I am not able, you are of it. My Lord, Rabbi. First is Allahumma, Rabbi. So this is the dua of the Prophet which gave him a son, and we know the story about Yahya alayhi salam, which we will discuss when we will come to Surah Al-Imran about it. Then the next narration is about Maryam alayhi salam and her son Isa alayhi salam. Let's listen to the verse number 91.
والتي أحصنت فرجها فنفخنا فيها من روحنا وجعلناها وابنها آية للعالمين.
And remember her who protected her private part, that is, Maryam alayhi salam. So we blew in her a life through our spirit, and made her and her son, Isa alayhi salam, a sign for all the worlds.
إن هذه أمتكم أمة واحدة وأنا ربكم فاعبدون.
Surely this is the fraternity of your faith, a single faith, and I am your Lord, so worship me.
وتقطعوا أمرهم بينهم كل إلينا راجعون.
but they have separated their ways from one another. All of them have to return to us.
فمن
So verse number 91 talk about Maryam alayhi salam as she protected her chastity and guarded her private. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and we will hear about detail in other one, but we heard already about Surah Maryam about this matter, that Jibreel alayhi salam, when he appeared to her, he came to her as a man and full and handsome looking person. So, and she said, I seek protection for Allah from you. I'm not a unchaste person. So he said, I am the messenger of God. And he breathed. He did not have any physical touch and contact with her. According to this verse, when people ask that what it is this, we should know about that. He breathed a spirit into her womb. So there was no male contact with her. And this is said is the ruh, the soul of Isa alayhi salam was a special soul. Because we all are getting our soul breathed into us when we were 4 months, 10 days in the womb of our mothers, all human souls. But this soul of Isa alayhi salam, according to some Muslim scholar, it says because he could do such miraculous things, supernatural things or miracles, because he was partially spirit and partly human. This is what it is, but we all are partly spirit, partly human. But his spirit was special, so because of the angelical quality in him. And this is why, because Jibreel Islam was an angel and he breathed ruh into it. We all have that ruh in us. Without ruh, we are a dead body. So accordingly, his soul was a special soul. Allah chose him, and this is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَجَعَلْنَا وَأَبْنَهَا, we made her and her son ayatan lil alamin. They are the sign for the world, for all the world. So Maryam alayhi salam herself, being a young child of maybe just teenage or early teenage, then she carried her son, and Isa alayhi salam, they both mother and son are the signs. This is an honor no religion gave to Maryam alayhi salam. Even Bible have not mentioned him so many times, as many as the Quran has mentioned. Almost twice the time Bible has mentioned, Quran has mentioned her. And all the miracles. This is the honor and dignity. Anybody who says we are antichrist is out of his mind. In hadhihi ummatukum ummatun wahid. This is, O Muslim, is the fraternity of your faith. These are all the prophets from Adam alayhi salam till Isa alayhi salam is mentioned. All the beautiful things about those prophets and their experience and their test are being mentioned for Muslims to know that if prophet can go through that, you might be tested with that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, wa ana rabbukum fa'budun, and I am the only Lord who is the worthy of worship to you. So worship me alone. And that was the message of each and every of the prophet with them. Further says, وَتَقَتَّوْا أَمْرُهُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ كُلٌّ إِلَيْنَا فَرْجَعٌ. And then what happened? And then after these prophets came in, as we know that the nations after the prophets left, they started splitting and dividing, making different sects and partners. So they were separated as the way from one another. So they start making different groups and sects and division, and they start calling each other disbeliever. كُلٌّ إِلَيْنَا رَاجِعُونَ. They all have to return to us. The one thing was that all of these, even divided, they are still worshipping one God. As we know, among Muslims there are factions and sections and sectarian divisions, but that should not be the part of Islam. Islam does not encourage such thing. Let's listen to verse number 94. Now address is going to the Muslim.
فمن يعمل من الصالحات وهو مؤمن فلا كفران لسعيه وإنا له كاتبون.
So, whoever does righteous deeds, while he is a believer, his effort will not be rejected, and we are to put it on record.
وحرام.
So this verse confirms us that even there's a small good deed as a faithful person, it will be rewarded, and a small sinful act, even though he is believer or non-believer, will be punished and judged for. So for the believer and believer, non-believer, the difference is if a non-believer does good deeds, they are rewarded in the world. Muslims will be rewarded with the three ways, whether they get reward now, or they will be saved for future coming problem to be removed from their way, or they will be given reward in the hereafter. And a hadith of Prophet is that whatever you make dua, supplication and do good deeds, it will be given in the hereafter. So a person will wish, my Lord, I should not have any of my supplication to be accepted in the worldly life. because the reward is such enormous and such beautiful. And this is where it is mentioned, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the hereafter is nothing for the people of don't believing. So فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ مِنْ عَمَلْ مِنَ الصَّالِحَاتِ هُوَ مُؤْمِنٌ. This is the criterion, mu'min, and not the just Muslim, a mu'min. Mu'min is a higher grade of having iman. This is something to be distinguished. Quran never promised any success, anything for the Muslim. Talk about mu'min. So be a mu'min. That's a call for us. Let's listen to the verse number 95.
وحرام على قرية أهلكناها أنهم لا يرجعون.
It is banned for the people of a town that we destroyed that they come back, and
حتى إذا فتحت يأجوج ومأجوج وهم من كل حدب ينسلون.
Until when the Yajuj and Majuj, Gog and Magog, are released, while they run down from every height.
واقترب.
So وحرام على قرية أهلكنا أنهم لا يرجعون. And it is forbidden or banned for the people of the town that we have destroyed. It means those people who are punished, they will not come back to life. This is the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that people who are thinking that they will be coming back in this world or hereafter, what will be the good matter? This is saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, once we destroy the nation, we do not bring them back. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaces them with another nation for the disbeliever and for the sinners. Then for the next verse number 96 talk about the Gog Magog, Yajuj and Majuj, which is also mentioned in the Bible also. This is the nation which Prophet have said a lot of things about, and there's a lot of hadith in this reference. I'll try to be brief in this. This is the nation, and there was a Zulqarnain was the king, which we heard in Surah Kahf about. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the might, which is also referred by some scholars that it was the Cyrus, King Cyrus of Persia. And he's the one who went all the way and found these people that who were being attacked by these Gog Magog, destroy their property, land and whatnot, and they would torture them. So they asked help from the King Cyrus or Zulqarnain. Quran called him Zulqarnain, so we will use the word Zulqarnain. So he said, help me with some material, and he built up the wall, which was melted and made such, and they apparently come and try to break it every day accordingly. They lick on it, and that becomes a little hole, and they do not say inshallah for the next day that will come and do it. Prophet says then they will say inshallah, next day they will be open to break the wall, and they will come from all the heights, they will destroy, they will drink out the water from the Sea of Galilee and wipe it out and completely just dry it out and eat every living thing and destroy it. Isa alayhi salam will be here at that time, and he will climb up to the Mount Tur, and they will not be able to climb up there, and then they will throw an arrow to it. This is the hadith says that on the sky to fight Nauzubillah with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and arrow will come back with the blood on it, and they will say we have conquered everything. After that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send them a kind of an illness or disease, and that will kill them all, and their body will be rotten, and the rain will come and that will wash the land out. Then Isa alayhi salam will come down and with his followers and establish the justice. This has been mentioned about it. There's much more detail. It is being said that they are in the area of Uzbekistan or Azerbaijan, that neighborhood, and we do not know, because from the scientific knowledge, what we know, what we have seen here, there is nothing hidden, but we don't know. Quran talks about things, some of them we do not comprehend. We accept it as it is said, and we will just wait for the matter. The bottom line is believe in it and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good righteous deed will be accountable for our deeds. Let's listen to verse number 97.
واقترب الوعد الحق فإذا هي شاخصة أبصار الذين كفروا يا ويلنا قد كنا في غفلة من هذا بل كنا ظالمين.
And the true promise draws near, then it will so happen that the eyes of the disbelievers shall remain upraised in terror, and they will say, Alas to us! We were in negligence about this, rather we were transgressors.
إنكم وما حتى
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is again the true promise draws near. The promise of Allah that the day of judgment will come is coming near. And you will be so happy to see the eyes of the disbeliever will be shocked. They will be saying, oh my God. Now they will believe in it, but it will not benefit them for their negligence and their transgression. As a Muslim, we have to be always humble, always having a faith, always having a trust, and we should not disobey the command of Allah and His Messenger. That is the message for us.